Winter weather has transformed parts of Texas and Oklahoma into a high-risk zone today. What started as a standard winter system has rapidly intensified into Winter Storm Kora, blanketing North Texas, the Panhandle, and southern Oklahoma with snow, ice, and heavy winds. Roads that were only wet a few hours ago have become slick and unpredictable. With visibility dropping and traffic slowing to a crawl, emergency calls are coming in faster than crews can manage. Across the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex, police are already on the scene of dozens of accidents as drivers lose traction without warning. In a particularly scary moment in Irving, an 18-wheeler jackknifed and slid off a highway ramp, a stark reminder of how dangerous these roads are right now. Further north along the I-40 corridor, powerful winds are whipping snow across the asphalt, creating near whiteout conditions. In these bursts, lane lines and other vehicles can disappear from sight in an instant. This storm doesn't need massive snowfall to be life-threatening. Even just a few inches of snow are enough to cause chaos when temperatures hit the freezing mark and winds gust between 50 and 60 miles per hour. As night falls, the greatest danger is likely still ahead. Any wet pavement is expected to freeze solid overnight, turning highways, overpasses, and side streets into invisible sheets of black ice. Authorities are warning that the most treacherous conditions often arrive after the snow stops falling. Schools have already begun announced closures, power outages are being reported, and emergency centers are fully activated. First responders are making one simple request: stay off the roads unless travel is absolutely necessary. This isn't just a forecast anymore. It's happening right now. Conditions are getting worse by the minute, and in this report, we're going to show you exactly which areas are seeing the fastest decline. We'll also break down why this storm is so treacherous despite the lower snowfall totals and what the experts say you need to do right now to stay safe. Remember, once the roads ice over, you don't get a second chance. Across North Texas, the Panhandle, and parts of southern Oklahoma, Winter Storm Kora is tightening its grip. While the steady snow is a concern, the real danger is what's happening on the ground. Road temperatures that were just above freezing this morning are plummeting. This is causing snow and slush to freeze directly to the pavement, turning manageable highways into slick, unpredictable death traps. Multiple counties in the Dallas-Fort Worth area remain under a winter storm warning. Officials are stressing that conditions can shift from okay to disaster in just minutes. Even though the Texas Department of Transportation has been pre-treating major roads with brine and salt for days, they're warning that these measures stop working once the temperatures drop too low and the snow keeps coming. To make it clear how serious this is, managed lanes across the Metroplex have already been closed because the road surface is no longer considered stable. Further north in the Panhandle, the snow has been intense. Now, the wind is becoming a major factor. It's blowing snow back across roads that were just cleared, undoing hours of hard work by plow crews. Drivers are reporting that a stretch of road might look clear one second, only to become a sheet of ice the next. This inconsistency is one of the deadliest parts of this storm because it gives drivers a false sense of security. Law enforcement agencies are begging residents to cancel any travel that isn't an absolute emergency. Even short trips across town are becoming risky as traction disappears without warning. As the cold air continues to pour in tonight, meteorologists expect the situation to get even more hazardous. We are moving into the most dangerous phase of the storm right now. What we're seeing right now might just be a preview of the chaos yet to come. As Winter Storm Kora intensifies, the most visible and dangerous impacts are playing out on the roads. Across North Texas, law enforcement is reporting a steady spike in traffic accidents as snow-packed pavement and falling temperatures completely strip away vehicle traction. In the Dallas-Fort Worth area, police have already responded to dozens of crashes. Many of these are happening in short, intense bursts as the snow picks up and the roads freeze much faster than drivers expect. Some of the most serious incidents have involved large commercial vehicles. In Irving, for example, an 18-wheeler lost control and slid off a highway ramp, coming to rest partially over the edge. This forced officers to shut down lanes for hours while heavy recovery equipment was brought in. Officials point out that these accidents are particularly dangerous because tractor-trailers are highly vulnerable to strong crosswinds and sudden slips on icy overpasses. Even when no one is hurt, the cleanup can take half a day, stalling traffic and putting emergency responders at even greater risk. The danger isn't just limited to Texas. In southern Oklahoma, state troopers have reported several jackknifed semis along major routes like I-35 and Highway 77. City streets are proving to be just as treacherous. Emergency crews are racing to injury crashes at intersections where a thin layer of ice makes it nearly impossible to stop. Many drivers involved in these wrecks describe the same terrifying moment, the instant when their steering and brakes simply stop responding. Experts emphasize that many of these collisions are happening at low speeds, which shows just how deceptive these conditions can be. What looks like a manageable drive can turn into an unrecoverable skid in a heartbeat. With the snow still falling and temperatures continuing to dive, authorities warn that the crash count will likely skyrocket as night falls. The margin for error is gone, and every unnecessary trip right now is a major gamble. Aside from the rising crash count, the most immediate threat from Winter Storm Kora is a total loss of visibility, especially across the Texas Panhandle and the I-40 corridor. Powerful winds are currently whipping snow across the highways, creating near whiteout conditions in several locations. Drivers are reporting terrifying moments where the lane markings simply vanish, and the road ahead turns into a solid wall of white, leaving them with zero time to react. The National Weather Service has clocked wind gusts between 45 and 60 miles per hour, strong enough to scoop up loose snow and dump it right back onto roads that were just plowed. This constant drifting makes the environment incredibly unpredictable. A stretch of road that looks perfectly safe one minute can become a death trap the next as visibility drops to near zero. High-profile vehicles like pickup trucks and semi-trailers are in the most danger. These crosswinds can easily shove a top-heavy vehicle sideways on the slick pavement. In areas like Amarillo and Canyon, the local terrain is making the situation even worse, intensifying the snowfall and making it impossible for crews to keep up. Law enforcement warns that these sudden snow bursts can overwhelm even the most cautious drivers. In fact, many people involved in recent crashes told rescuers they never even saw the danger coming. The road just disappeared beneath the blowing snow. As we lose daylight, the danger is only going to scale up. Darkness combined with these whiteouts takes away every visual reference point a driver has, leading to total disorientation. Emergency responders are urging everyone to avoid whiteout zones entirely. If you're already on the road and visibility drops, pull over safely and wait it out. With Winter Storm Kora, it's not just the ice that's deadly. It's the combination of wind and snow that turns a routine drive into a life-threatening gamble. At this stage, the real story isn't just how much snow is falling. It's the chaos it's causing the moment it hits the ground. In the Texas Panhandle, communities like Amarillo and Canyon have already reported 4 to 5 inches of snow, with some spots seeing even higher totals. Further north and west, isolated areas have already topped 6 inches, and more could be on the way as snow bands continue to push through. Across North Texas and the Dallas-Fort Worth area, the snowfall has been much more hit or miss. While some neighborhoods only saw a dusting, others have picked up nearly 5 inches. Meteorologists are concerned that this patchwork of conditions is creating a false sense of security. One street might look perfectly fine, while the next is a total ice rink. This inconsistency is a major hazard for drivers who expect the roads to stay the same throughout their trip. The biggest worry now is the dropping temperature. During the day, traffic and slightly warmer air can turn snow into slush and standing water. But as the Arctic air settles into night, that moisture will freeze solid. This is going to create widespread black ice, a nearly invisible layer of frozen water that is incredibly dangerous. Bridges, overpasses, and ramps will freeze first, often long before the main roads. Forecasters are also tracking the potential for freezing drizzle overnight. This could coat already slick roads in a fresh glaze of ice. Even after the snow stops falling, the roads might actually become more lethal. Officials are warning that the most treacherous travel conditions will likely hit late tonight and early tomorrow morning when the refreeze peaks. Essentially, this storm's impact doesn't stop when the clouds clear. The combination of leftover moisture, plunging temperatures, and bitter winds means roads across Texas and Oklahoma will stay dangerous long after the last snowflake falls. Winter Storm Kora is also disrupting daily life far beyond the highways. Schools and colleges across the Panhandle and North Texas have already canceled classes, citing the extreme risk of ice-covered roads. For many families, these closures happened with very little notice, forcing parents to scramble and stay home as the storm continues to unfold. As Winter Storm Kora continues to grip the region, staying home is your safest option, not just for your own protection, but to help emergency teams manage this developing crisis. Officials in Texas and Oklahoma are emphasizing that even as the snow begins to taper off in some areas, the danger is far from over. The biggest threat now is the overnight refreeze. What looks like a calm, clear night can turn deadly the moment your tires hit a patch of black ice or a sudden gust of wind creates a whiteout. This storm serves as a powerful reminder. Weather doesn't have to be record-breaking to be life-threatening. Just a few inches of snow, paired with plunging temperatures and high winds, is enough to paralyze highways and push emergency services to their limit. Right now, the best move is patience. Stay off the roads to give plow crews and first responders the room they need to work. Before you consider heading out tomorrow, be sure to check the latest road conditions and give yourself extra time. If this report helped you stay informed, please give this video a like so we can get this critical safety information to more people. Share this with your friends and family in the affected areas, and don't forget to subscribe for the latest updates on severe weather across the country. Now, we want to hear from you. Have you ever been caught in a storm where the refreeze caught you by surprise? Do you think people in the South tend to underestimate how dangerous ice can be? Let's talk about it in the comments. Until next time, stay informed, stay patient, and most importantly, stay safe.